Happy Monday and welcome to The Weekly Noodle, the official podcast of Spaghetti Records. I'm your guest host, Dexter T textbooker, and today I have the distinct pleasure of being in the studio with none other than Cellbock Earl to talk about his new song, Sandwiches in Prison. Now, Earl, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you were recently released from the state penitentiary?
Well, that's correct. Yeah, I did a bid there in the penitentiary, and I ain't proud of it, but these things happen in life, and life goes on, you know. I'm just happy to be out.
And we couldn't be happier that you're out to be here today. Now, you were incarcerated for quite some time. What have you noticed is different since you went in the old slammer?
Oh, boy. Well, I got to tell you, man, I don't much recollect what things was like before I went in. But one thing I've noticed, everybody's walking around with these telephones in their pockets. I don't know what that's all about. And another thing, man, I can't smoke my squares nowhere, man. I light up a Lucky Strike, and the feller says, you can't smoke that in here. Got to be 75 feet from the building. I said, man, you're lucky I got 2 felonious charges already. Don't want to get struck out, because I don't much care for being talked to that way, if you catch my drift.
I do, yes. And not only are we 75 feet from other buildings, we have also taken extra measures to have our honored guest here today by moving a portable studio 300 feet from any surrounding playgrounds or schools. But anyway, let's move on to talk about this song. Very interesting arrangement. Was it hard to accomplish the recording and the production of this masterpiece from within prison walls?
Look here, man. Basses and guitars and all that other crap is banned in the penitentiary, and you ain't gonna get me to confess to nothing.
Oh,
right?
No.
I've been down that road before. I ain't going back. Okay. So
Now, sir, that was not my implication.
it don't matter none what you was implicating. I'm starting to not much care for you. All right. My mother taught me to talk to people with respect, treat people the way they deserve. You got a mama?
Yes, I have a mother.
Okay, well, your daddy should have tanned your hide. I'll tell you that much right now.
He was actually a CPA, not a taxidermist.
Okay,
But
well, I don't know what that is, and I don't really care, to tell you the truth. I'm here. I can agree to do this, your little program here, because I was promised $50. I showed up, all right, and I went to great lengths to be here. And one thing I can tell you, I certainly took great pains, literally, to get that tape out of prison, all right? It weren't easy, and there was some discomfort involved, if you know what I mean.
I will take your word for it. And we actually went to great lengths to sanitize said tape. So let's go ahead and give it a listen here. This is Sandwiches in Prison by Cellbock Earl and the Cow Tippers.
Well, I'm chopping the salami, and I'm thinking about my mommy, and I keep on making sandwiches in prison. All the knives are made of plastic, and my cellie's gone spastic. Still I keep on making sandwiches in prison. Cold steel bars, fights in the yard, brewing hooch with Buzz and Pooch, trading cigarettes for candy bars. Warden Tom has got a shotgun with a dummy round and a live one, and he'll use them both fast as you can blink. So I'll keep shaving all the honey ham, spreading all that apple jam, and feeding every deadbeat in the clink. Cell Block 9 is a hell of a time. I'm staying on the straight and narrow, still I gotta do another dime. As I slice the pumpernickel, grab some turkey, cheese, and pickle, I reflect upon turn my life has taken. Why'd I have to break the law? Hurt my mama and my pa. Grab some lettuce and tomato and some bacon. Toothbrush shiv, I hope I live. Well, a stoolie just got shanked and now he's leaking like a sieve. I just can't go on like this though. On the Count of Monte Cristo, frying ham and cheese and crying in the butter. Marking time on my cell wall, playing convict basketball. I wish I could go home and see my daughter. Time in the shoe, bad tattoos. Though the boys all like my hoagies, I can't seem to shake these blues. So young people stay in school. You might think doing time is cool, but I'm right here to tell you that it isn't. 'Cause while you're out there running free, I'm as lonesome as can be. And I'm stuck here making sandwiches in prison. Yes, I'm stuck here slanging olive loaf in prison. It's no fun here with these sandwiches in prison.
Oh, what a fine piece of instant Americana. Now, when you were recording this, oeuvre...
Now listen here, Peckerwood. I already told you once, I ain't talking about the recording and production of this here track. I don't like to repeat myself. I was under the impression that you were a professional, okay? And I came here again for my $50 to do your little program. So I suggest that you just keep your eyes on the road, mind your P's and Q's, all right? And this will go much better for the both of us.
Now,
okay.
Mr. Cellbock, you don't have to get testy. I mean...
I ain't here to talk about nobody's testes neither, okay? Now, I saw enough of that in the shower room, man, and as I said, I ain't a-going back, okay?
Okay, fair enough. Let's move along. There's a lot of fine musicianship, some exquisite playing on this record here, and I'd like to talk about your collaborators. Can we talk about them?
Why, certainly we can talk about that. That's Buzz Fatback on the bass guitar there. That's old Doobie Two-Tooth on the electric guitar there. Keister Brown's tickling the ivories. That's Backroom Sally blowing the harmonica there. That's Pooch Murder on the drums.
Jiminy Cricket! What was Pooch Murder in for?
Insurance fraud. Yeah. He was a white-collar feller who got greedy.
Right. That makes sense. Now, I've been wondering, sandwiches in prison, is that a metaphor? You know, that we are all the deli meat toppings and society are the warm slices of bread in a sandwiched existence.
Now, what kind of ignoramus asks a question like that? Did you even listen to my song? Did you hear the track?
Well, yes, I was required by my contract.
All right. Well, look, I was in prison. I was making sandwiches. There's not much to it. I would have thought that that'd be something a feller like yourself could comprehend there. I will say this, though, all right? A good song, it's a living thing, all right? It's like a fine bottle of wine some lilies in the field, which is to say that it grows, it evolves. And this song's no exception. And just being here with you today, doing this program in your studio here, and it is a fine studio. I see lots of expensive equipment around. This song has evolved as I've been talking to you, and I do believe I've got a new verse written. If you got a six string around here, I'd kind of like to play it for you.
I mean, we do have a very generous donation from none other than Sir Boy George.
No kidding. How about that? That's really something. Well, let me grab that fiddle there and play a little something for you.
Yeah, I suppose we could take that down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fine.
All right, then. Let me see what we got here. Here we go. And the one, and the two. In the pen, they call me Sally. Everyone knows my back alley. No one knows how many blows I've taken here. And I don't mean this with malice, but you're looking like an Alice, and I'll let you see my face for a beer. That's nice. Isn't that pretty? That's nice right there.
Oh my. I do believe we're all out of time here. I can't thank you enough for coming to the studio and especially for leaving the studio. Thanks again for coming by, Earl.
Oh, thank you, and bless your heart. You seem like a real nice feller. I'd very much like to do it again sometime.
I'll have to check my schedule. Well, thank you again for tuning in to The Weekly Noodle, the official podcast of Spaghetti Records. I've been your guest host, Dexter T. Textbooker, probably hosting for the first and last time ever. But you can tune in every Monday to get more insider interviews from Spaghetti Records recording artists. Until then, keep it saucy, Noodleheads. Happy Monday and welcome to The Weekly Noodle, where we get inside the brains of people.
The Weekly Noodle is the official podcast of Spaghetti Records. All audio materials herein are hereby property of Spaghetti Records and relevant subsidiary parties. Trademark, copyright, secret recipe. Unauthorized duplication of authorized noodles is uncouth, rude, and generally frowned upon. The Weekly Noodle is made possible through listeners like you.